What's going on, guys? So my faction has officially been out for exactly 1 week, or should I say 2K24, and I'm going to be going over my faction 1 week later because I do have a lot to talk about and it's going to be very interesting, and I definitely want to know what you guys think about what I'm about to say in the comment section down below. Now, before I get into anything, if I do criticize anything, it's not that like I hate it or anything. I just feel like it can be changed or something can be improved. That way the mode and the whole game can be better. So since we're in this tab, we might as well start off with this tab, and we'll first off go over the token market. The token market has changed dramatically. I still haven't picked up any cards yet from the token market. I'm just saving up my tokens before I go ahead and cash out. As you guys can see, like I said in my video going over the token market, the prices for the token market are insane. As you guys can see here, the prices are just incredible, and it's to be expected. Like I said, it's so that 2K can stop any exploits from happening and they can protect themselves, because they have a set timeline full of content, and so it will definitely mess up the content flow of things if there's an exploit in the game. That way we can have 700 or 800 tokens already, and that way we're just waiting for the next token market cards to come out, just like what happened in 2K23. Next up, we have the packs. I definitely want to talk about the packs for a little bit. So what's interesting is we do have packs that have like a last chance type of feature now with a timer. So I guess they're trying to create this FOMO where it's like if you don't open up packs, you're not going to be able to get these cards ever again. What I'm hoping for is that these packs that end up going away end up being in future live events, and then the cards that are in the packs end up going to the card market. If that's what happens, I'm actually going to be looking forward to that big time, because that's actually a really cool thing for them to do. So if they do that, that's going to be really cool. That way we can just pick up the cards individually and we don't have to take the risk of opening up packs, because as you guys can see, the pack prices are pretty up there. I mean, for 9,000 MFP, at most you're going to be getting is a Ruby card, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're opening up a ton of packs and you're having bad pack luck, it doesn't really seem that worth it, especially since there's a lot of Superstar Series 1. And a lot of people have been asking me, yo Jack, what should I do with my MFP points? Should I spend it, or should I spend my VC as well? And I've always gave everybody the same answer: save your MFP. Don't open up any packs. Don't go to the card market until there's actually a card worth going for. I myself might not open up any packs until we get to at least diamond tier or pink diamond tier, or maybe all the way up until Galaxy Opal, and between then I'll just get cards off the card market and from live events and stuff like that. And yes, I will still open up packs when I can get some cool packs, but I'm not going to be going crazy for it. And we just got a Sami Zayn. Hey, I'll take it. I know that there's a lot of new players in my faction this year, and the thing about the packs is that, yeah, the odds are pretty crazy. And not only just that, the prices are going to be crazy expensive. If you just look at last year, the prices for packs were insane. And so since we have another tier called Galaxy Opal introduced into this game, once we get Galaxy Opal packs, them prices are going to be crazy. I'm just going to let you guys know that. So it's just like, at that point, you're better off just saving your MFP for the card market. That way you can actually pick the card that you want. And yeah, there might be a chance the cards that are in packs don't go to the card market and they just have their own set cards that go to the card market. There is that chance, but even then, you know, you're better off guaranteed getting a Galaxy Opal versus a chance at a better Galaxy Opal, but that's behind packs. So it's up to you at the end of the day. You guys can choose what you want, but for me, I'm gonna play it safe and I'm gonna just see how everything goes. So speaking of the card market, we do have it here, and as you guys can see, the cards are very expensive for what they are, and so I'm definitely interested in seeing what they do when we get into Galaxy Opal tier and everything, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. I definitely want to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. So it's going to be a wait and see approach. I wonder what they're going to do with the legend packs. Like I said, if they do put those cards into the card market and then you can just buy them like that a la carte, that would be really cool. And then once we get a time frame of how the scheduling works with these packs going to the card market, I'll definitely be a lot more relaxed when it comes to knowing, okay, this is what time frame we should get this card. So if that's the case, I'm definitely going to be looking forward to that. So hopefully we do get the legend cards on the card market once they go away, because then we'll have a better idea of what future packs are going to be like, and then you can really have a reason to save up your MFP points for those cards in the card market. Next up, this is going to be a quick one right here, is the Evo cards. I'm wondering how they're going to be used this year in my faction, because last year they really didn't drop that many Evo cards, and we all remember in 2K22 there was a ton of Evo cards in that game, and then we thought that we were going to get even more this last year, but then we didn't. So we'll see what happens with them this year. Now, going over Faction Wars, I've been having a blast with Faction Wars. In my opinion, Faction Wars with its new revamped system is absolutely amazing, and it is far better than what it was originally. I've been said that we needed like a tower type mode where we don't just face off against 4-on-4 factions. Like, that to me just got very boring and repetitive. But now, since they introduced 1v1 matches, like I said they should do, is 1v1 matches, 2v2 matches, different speculations and stuff like that, it is a lot more fun and unique. It does suck for the people that have been getting crash issues, because if you do crash in the middle of a run, you lost tickets. And you know, the ticket system also saves them from any exploits and stuff like that. They really want us to be in a more controlled environment, because if there's an exploit that comes out, then we're just gonna fly by all the content, and then we're gonna be like, well, where's the content? Well, the content was meant to be there the whole time, but since we use the exploit, that's what happens. So I love the fact that they're having a more controlled environment. But yes, like I said, it does suck because if you do crash, you kind of restart all over again and you lose your progression. The new Faction Wars credits have been also really fun to use. That way you can get all these new cards and stuff like that. I'm already working on the women's division next, and I really love the different cards that we have. And oh boy, once we get into the rank play segment of this video, I got some things I need to say, but but anyways, the Faction Wars credits, the Faction Wars market, the whole mode itself has just been a blast, and I've really enjoyed it. If I do want to change anything, the only thing I would change is enough with the ladder matches. There's so many ladder matches, even though they're easy, it still kind of gets a little bit in the way. The tag matches as well, they're cool, but I would much prefer a more 1v1 type of tower mode, and we just pick a card and the damage system can continue. So if they literally made it to where this whole mode was just a 1v1 Faction Wars mode where you use one superstar and then you have the armor plates and everything, and as you progress you still take damage and stuff like that. If they did it that way, I think that would be even more fun, because you don't have to worry about kickouts and all this other stuff that a lot of people get annoyed with, and it'll make it a much more faster and digestible experience. But at the same time, the grind factor is still there. I've been playing so much Faction Wars that this is my progression right now in Proving Grounds. I have not been really playing much Proving Grounds, and to be honest, I really haven't felt the need to really grind hard in Proving Grounds. I know a lot of you guys have been talking about the submission system. I actually haven't gotten submitted, but I actually did test it out. I was just letting the CPU beat me up until I got submitted, and yeah, you cannot get out of submissions, so I'm pretty sure that's gonna get fixed. It is pretty crazy how you literally cannot break any submissions. But I haven't had really any motive to play Proving Grounds, and you guys know Proving Grounds is my favorite mode in my faction. Well, it was until we got the new Faction Wars system. But I just feel like, because look at the cards that we got. The cards that we got are cool. They have some decent badges, but they're nowhere as good as the Faction Wars cards. So I just been prioritizing myself with Faction Wars instead of Proving Grounds. Yes, I know the tokens is definitely going to be a big factor, especially in the future. So I will go back to the Proving Grounds grind. But for now, I'm just updating my women's lineup for Faction Wars. And then once I'm done with there, I'll go ahead and go into Proving Grounds. So I highly suggest you guys prioritize Faction Wars over Proving Grounds this year. And hopefully, once we do get more Proving Ground matches, the cards that we get are the same level for Faction Wars and Proving Grounds. Next up, we have Weekly Towers. And we did get a new card here, as you guys can see, a Carrying Cross card. And this kind of worried me a little bit. Just a little bit. So as you guys can see, Weekly Towers is Weekly Towers. This isn't going to be too long of a segment. You know, it's cool. Weekly Towers get some new updates every Monday. Go ahead and beat the towers and get a free reward, which is really cool. Get some packs, some tokens, but you get some cool stuff with it. But this is the second card that is a free agent card. Now I just hope that they're not making all the Weekly Tower cards free agent cards. I hope that that's not what they're doing. I hope that it's just something that they're adding just for fun, because literally Weekly Towers already, there really isn't too much of an incentive to really play Weekly Towers other than getting a cool pack and some tokens. If down the line, 6 months from now, all the cards are going to be free agent cards, then I don't really see anybody really touching Weekly Towers that much, because if you use a free agent card on your lineup and then take them out, then the card automatically gets deleted. So then you pretty much don't have it anymore. So the only way you can keep it is by claiming it and never using it, and that's the only way you can use it. Plus, if you do use it, you can only use it for 3 matches, probably 5 matches, which, you know, who really wants to do that? So hopefully that this is just something that they're introducing. Next up, we have live events, and like I said, live events I feel like is gonna carry this mode a lot this year. Same with faction wars, but especially live events. Live events are a great way to just have cool, easy content on a regular basis with cool rewards that are worth it. Some aren't worth it, as we saw in 2K23, so hopefully they can make some huge changes to that. But you got some cool rewards here, and you can get them pretty much every other day. We got some more rewards here, and I went over these rewards on my other videos, so make sure you guys check those out as well. I also have a My Faction playlist. Live events are cool. All I'm hoping for is that we don't get no 8-man ladder matches or table matches where we have to use a Sapphire going up against Galaxy Opal cards. I hope they don't do that stuff, because it already takes a long time for us to get cards and credits and everything. So if you're gonna make the game already tedious and then make it just annoying, because like I said, this game is not hard. I have no difficulties playing this game on legendary difficulty or whatever. I just feel like when you add stuff that makes the game just kind of nonsensey, people are gonna just not want to play the game much, and I understand that, because if you have to go Ruby Becky Lynch and face off against a 1-on-3 handicap match against Pink Diamond Bianca Belair, a Galaxy Opal Bailey, and a Galaxy Opal Liv Morgan, if you have to do that, that's not going to be fun. And I will try to attempt those matches for you guys so I can show you guys how to beat them, because that's what I plan on doing for this My Faction content this year, is showing you guys how-to videos and the best ways to get stuff done. Don't have that in this mode. That's going to be great. And hopefully they balance the pay-to-play events. I'm totally fine if you want to make it to where you have to get a specific card from a pack in order to go for a live event. I'm totally cool with that. I'm cool with which WWE and 2K monetizing the mess out of their game. Like, I'm cool with that. I do bundle reviews for Call of Duty. Like, if you want to monetize your game, I have no problem with that. But don't make it to where it's literally every event like how it was last year. For example, if you guys are new to My Faction this year, in 2K23, there have been times where you see all these tabs. Literally every tab was in order to play the event. The card requirement was a card from a pack, and it was like a diamond card. So you have to beat the odds, get the card, and then go for it. That's why I'm hoping with the card market that those cards do end up going to the card market. That way we can just buy them and then go for the event. That will be really cool, and that'll be really useful. That will make it even better for the pay-to-play packs or, you know, events and stuff. I'll be even more down with that. But if you're gonna have pay-to-play events, I'm totally cool with it. Just also balance it with the free events like this with the Ruby, Becky Lynch, and also make the cards worth it. If you make the cards not worth it at all, there's gonna be really no incentive for us to even go for them, especially if it's a nonsense type of match. I don't see us really being too happy about that. So hopefully they can balance it out and get things together with that. And another big thing, I hope that we have a time frame with all the events, from Faction Wars, Proving Grounds, live events, the rank play system. Hopefully there's a timeline going over, hey, expect this event on this day or between these days, but expect these packs on these days. Expect the card market and the token market to be open with new rewards on these days. If they do that and they give us transparency, that's going to make this mode even more digestible, because then we can know what to look forward to as opposed to guessing when the next content drop will come. Because as we all know, with these yearly 2K games and a lot of yearly games, around the 5 to 6 month span of the game's life cycle, a lot of people tend to get a little bit, done with the game. So if they can just keep us updated with the content, we'll definitely be playing the game more. Now, I want to talk about the My Faction Online and specifically rank play, because it has some issues, and I want to go over that real quick. Here, as you guys can see, this is a recorded video of me playing it, and yes, it has a lot of issues. The matchmaking is absolutely insanely crazy, and hopefully they can fix it. Because the matchmaking in this game, it takes forever for me to find a match. I've played about, don't quote me on this, but I played about 15 to possibly 20 matches. I don't even think it was 20 matches. It might have been like 15, 16 matches total. And I've only lost 2 matches. The first one I lost was because I was so tired that day. I remember I was exhausted that day, and I was like, let me just play a quick match. And I was not thinking. I was rushing my moves. And then I lost that match pretty fair and square, and it was very laggy. Like, I could honestly blame the lag, but I'll blame it on myself because I was rushing my moves, so that guy can have it. The other match was because some guy was cheesing the game, where he was fighting me outside the ring, and then this is why I can't stand the stun system, because the stun meter, in my opinion, just does not take any skill, and being stunned, it makes you just out the match. So you pretty much can't even compete in the match because you're out the match. So I wasn't thinking, I didn't use my resiliency to get up fast because I like to save that for when I really need it, my recovery. So I didn't want to use it right away. So the guy stunned me, and then I obviously couldn't use it, and so then I was stunned and out the match, which completely sucked because it was like, man, like, and the funny thing about that, I beat that guy 3 times. We played each other 4 times because the matchmaking, you know, you don't really fight that many different players. I played that guy 4 times, beat him crazy fast 3 times out of the 4. The one match, he got a win because he stunned me outside the ring and I could not move. So obviously he won the match. So stuff like that's just some nonsense. But back to the gameplay. There's badges and side plates are available in Rank Play Online, which in 2K23 there weren't any badges allowed, which made it a more balanced experience. But now in Rank Play specifically, everyone is using the best card in the game right now, which is the Faction Wars boss, the Rock cards. Both of them are really insane because you can just get your finisher right away and then hit your opponent with your finisher, damage them. You know what I'm saying? You can reverse moves, get your signature fast. So everyone's pretty much just using the Rock. And as you guys can see in this gameplay, I got the win versus another Rock, and it was actually a pretty good match. But other than that, we need more variety in cards, and that's the issue with my faction that I've had with this mode, and I've been set this from the start. If you're gonna have my faction be a mode, we're gonna need a whole bunch of cards. I wouldn't even be mad if they gave us the whole roster and they gave them all the same cards from Emeralds all the way up to Galaxy Opal. So each tier, so for example, all the superstars that are currently available right now at launch, they should all have Ruby cards. They should all have Gold cards and stuff like that. That way we can use a whole span of different cards, and they should be earnable in different ways, as opposed to just giving us a couple cards and then we're all end up using the same lineups. Like, we all have the same lineups pretty much. I'm pretty sure you guys watching this video have Stone Cold, John Cena, The Rock, 2 Becky Lynches, because we just got a live event Becky Lynch. So hopefully they do diversify the roster and give us a lot more cards all at once, and it can work out. It can balance out as well, because if you guys give us a ton of cards to use, we'll be good to go with content. Going back to the quick play mode, or the online rank play mode I should say, it's fun, the rewards are cool and all. There's a method of playing online, and it has a lot of, I don't want to say exploit type of things, because it can be very exploitable. There are people out there that will literally do unreversible moves that get so annoying, and I feel like every move in this game should be reversible, but the fact that there's unreversible moves kind of is annoying. So for me, luckily I know how to get around that, and it's by just making sure you can just be on offense as much as possible during the match. That's the best thing you can do. Don't give them a break. That's how I do it, alongside with the latency. Now this is the big thing. Like I said, me trying to play all these 15, 16, 17 matches, it took me 4 attempts to just get into one of those matches. I would go in, and then it would say, oh, you found a match, and then it would kick me out the game. Or it will just say, oh, you won that match too fast, so now you can't even play. Then my game would crash. Even after getting wins, my game would crash. I'm currently in the Sapphire rank right now, and I would have been higher had my game not crashed so much. I crashed a lot of times, especially after getting wins. My game would crash. So after each win, I would spam the X button and the options button so I can get past all that little reward menu, because every time I took my time in that menu, I would literally crash out. The online in this game is just not the best experience. I really wish that they can improve on that, because NBA 2K has the same issue as well, and it's so weird that 2K, with as big as a company as they are, their online connections and servers aren't the best. And to go along with that is just the gameplay online right now. There's a thing, I call it delayed kicking. I don't think there's really a terminology for it, but delayed kicking is when you down your opponent, kick them while they're down, and then you wait a second, and then you kick them again while you're down, and then again and again. You just repeat that over and over again. Pretty much what it is because the latency is so bad that if you kick someone while they're on the ground, then wait a second and then do it again, the reversal meter is kind of like delayed for a millisecond, to where it can kind of like mess up. If you just watch my last rank play video, you'll be able to see what I meant, because that actually happened in the middle of the video. So that's why I call it delayed kicking. So it's a big issue with the latency in the game. Certain gameplay mechanics just don't work. Like if you try to do a running attack, a running heavy attack, 9 times out of 10 you're going to get reversed, because it's so easy to reverse because of the latency. So there's just so many things, and I know a lot of you guys aren't even attempting to play rank play because of how bad it is with the latency, and I totally understand, especially if you don't already have a good internet connection on top of that. Yeah, it's definitely annoying. So me myself, I do plan on playing rank play some more. I'm going for the rewards, but it has to be on a time where like I have the time to do it, because it took me 2 hours just to play like a good handful of matches because I kept on getting kicked out. So that was really annoying for me. Overall, I do think it's fun, but I don't think that it's really the main selling point for my faction, in my opinion. I do think once the online rank play is a lot more optimized and there's less latency and everything, that's when I feel like it's definitely going to be much more improved. Other than that, I'm probably going to be just sticking with these modes right here. I'll play a little bit of quick play rank play online when I get the chance, but it's not really my priority to really play rank play online because of the lag and stuff, like I said. But I definitely want to know what you guys think about everything I went over in this video. I know it's a pretty long one, but I just want to give you guys my first opinion on it. And overall, I think that it's going to be a great year. I love the gameplay in this game. The reversals actually work this time, as opposed to last year, where it's actually been proven with video evidence from other people as well that the reversal system was completely broken last year. But now this year seems to be a lot more optimized and seems to be working good. So I'm having a ton of fun with the game, and I just cannot wait for the more live event content and everything, and Faction Wars content and stuff. So yeah, it's going to be great. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel, because I will be covering all the My Faction content for you guys that you guys need, and how-to videos and stuff like that. And I will be posting some Call of Duty videos and other big games as well. So if you guys are interested in all that, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to Jack's Gaming, alright? Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next My Faction video or the next gaming video. And I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm signing out. Peace.